Hey Realtors, it's Austin Small with the SCR Legal Hotline to walk you through some upcoming changes to the SCR Forms library. There will be 4 videos in total in this playlist, and I would encourage you to watch all 4 videos prior to using any of the new forms. If after watching the videos you have additional questions, I would certainly reach out to your broker and or give us a call on the legal hotline, email any member of the SCR legal team, attend local training that will be conducted at your board in the month of July, and attend the SCR webinar on forms that will occur on August 8th at noon. So the next form we're going to go over is the listing agreement. Similar changes have been made to the exclusive right to agency listing agreement and the exclusive right to sell transaction brokerage agreement for listing. You will see all those changes reflected on our website, but today I'm just going to go over Form 220. The first change you'll see in paragraph 2. Paragraph 2 is where you will talk through with the seller what the overall commission they're planning on offering you as the listing broker is. And that can be paid as either a set amount, as a percentage of the gross sales price, or as a percentage of a different amount calculated by some formula. An example for that would be a commission is paid on new construction before any upgrades are done at the design center. The next change is in paragraph 3. Paragraph 3 is where you, the owner and the broker, together decide whether or not there's going to be cooperating compensation that is offered to other buyers' brokerages or buyers' representatives. The amount that is put in paragraph 3 is not in addition to the amount that's in paragraph 2, but it is a portion of what is put in paragraph 2. If you think about paragraph 2 is how big of a pizza or a pie we're going to make, paragraph 3 is how big of a slice of that pie are we going to cut off for somebody else. And so the owner will have 2 options. The owner will either authorize the listing broker to offer cooperating compensations to buyer agencies or transaction brokerages on a sales price basis, a percentage, dollar amount, or a percentage of another amount, or the owner could say, I do not authorize you to offer cooperating compensation. The next thing we'll have is in paragraph 4. This would be particularly appropriate if your MLS is having a concessions tab. It's whether or not the owner authorizes you to advertise the owner's willingness to negotiate for seller concessions. Now I'll go and let you know that seller concessions is a built-in section of our sales contract in paragraph 6. So whether or not you advertise the willingness to negotiate for it is certainly something that can be negotiated for. This will allow you as the broker to advertise that the owner is willing to do that if they give you that permission in paragraph 4. The next change you'll see is in paragraph 14. That is in the MLS marketing section. This is where the owner can allow you to make that offer of compensation that was agreed upon in section 3 available on your website. Now understand, under no circumstances can you make an offer of compensation on any MLS. And if you make an offer of compensation on your website, you should not have a link to your website on the MLS. But if you want to have an offer of compensation listed on your website and it is not attached to the MLS, then that is a perfectly appropriate so long as the owner has given you permission to do that in this section. So make sure that the owner is aware that the compensation will not be advertised in any way, shape, or form on an MLS or anything attached to the MLS or any other non-MLS mechanism, but it can be advertised on your brokerage website if they give you permission to do so in paragraph 14. The final change is in paragraph 29. This simply states that the only way to change the amounts that are being offered in Section 2, which is the total compensation, or in Section 3, which is the amount of cooperating compensation, is through amending the agreement either on those sections through pen and ink change, initial and dated by all parties, or through a signed addendum to this agreement. Any verbal conversations, any emails, any text messages will not change that amount. It actually requires an addendum to this agreement signed by both the owner/seller and the brokerage firm. So those are all the changes that have been made to the listing agreement. Again, similar changes will be made to Forms 210 and Forms 221. If you have any questions, give us a call on the legal hotline. Thank you.